Can you believe January is almost over? I'm going to tell you folks a few things that's been going on in my life till we get some people in here, okay? Southern California Edison is our power company here. And they must have learned something from the Pasadena and the Eaton fires, okay? Because now they're putting new lines in. 2 weeks ago, we had no power for almost 3 days. And then again yesterday, boom, it went off again. In the morning, came back on at 6:30 last night. And now they're going to be doing it again this weekend. I mean, what's going on with the power companies, folks? Okay, yeah, they sent us a text to warn us. But, you know, I don't like sitting in the dark with no TV, no lights, or nothing. I don't know about you folks. J. Cole Carpenter, how you doing, my friend? How you doing? I got a lot of wisdom for you today, folks, because you know me, I question everything, and I question everybody. And you know, we're getting to the point in our country that we can't trust nobody, especially when anybody in Washington opens up their mouth. I'm going to give you an example. Donald Trump keeps coming out. I voted for him. I love his ideas. I don't like how he implements them. And you know who implements them? Stephen Miller. And Stephen Miller is the primary guy. And Stephen Miller also writes most of his speeches. Okay? So, look at Trump's only one guy. There's only 24 hours in a day. But he keeps repeating and repeating and repeating that grocery prices have gone down drastically. Folks, when in fact, grocery prices have gone up 2.8% since he's been in office. They have not gone down. Now, I don't know what news channel you listen to or where you get your news from. If you go to CNN, you're going to get their part, what they say, and it's their thoughts. And if you listen to Fox, it's going to be their people, their thoughts, going to be opposite. We live in a divided country. All right? When did our country? People want to blame Donald Trump for dividing the country. Other people want to blame Joe Biden for separating our country. Sonia, how are you? Great to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Noah. All right, thank you so much. All right? Okay. Some people say they want to blame Obama. What if I told you that the division of our country began way before any of them? It began before there were Republicans and Democrats. You had the Whigs and the Federalist Party. Okay, then it became Republicans and Democrats. Boom, that's where the divide began. Okay? Truth. Where are we going to get the truth from, folks? I come here and try to give you the truth. Now, I want you folks to do me a favor. He keeps touting how great the stock market is. Folks, I don't know about you. I don't have any money in the stock market. Okay? Leave me a comment and let me know if you are in the stock market. Okay, yes, the stock market's doing great, but very few people are in the stock market. Okay, people who do have the money they invest in other things like silver and gold. Okay, and other things. All right, some people got a few bucks. They got the time. Okay, to me, to be investing in the stock market is a full-time job. You got to be watching them stock all the time. But look at, I'm the last person to talk about the stock market. I'm not in it. All right, I put money in on the advice of three people. Every time I lost the money, all right, I lost everything overnight. Boom. All right. But you know, I take the shot. That's the kind of guy I am. Okay? But let's get down. I want to talk about immigration. As I told you, I'm for getting rid of the bad people. But I don't want to get rid of the good people because we need them. There's a lot of good Mexicans, South Americans that come to this country, all right, to work, make money, and these are the people who pick your fruits and vegetables. These are the people that take those hard jobs in the construction market. Now they're all afraid to come out, okay? Creators, I can create Tony Stark's third fully interactive computer. You control with your hand movement. There's my buddy Renee. God bless you, Renee. Thank you for coming, my buddy. Renee and I have been friends from the clubhouse days. All right? Folks, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. Subscribe, hit that like button, and share it. There's a hype button now. If you see it, it should be down there. All right? And hit that button, okay? And share it. Let other people know that you're here today. All right? All right, let's go back. Immigration. Why is Christy known on TV every day acting like she's a tough lady and saying, if you don't depart and you can't come back here, we'll put you in jail. We'll fine you $1,000 a day. Does she think these immigrants are really watching her on TV? I don't think so. Okay? Because they're in hiding. And you can't blame them. Cannot blame them. Okay? And then when I tell you they're selective, listen to this one. The largest heist in U.S. history, the largest heist, the guy that did this, they allowed him to self-deport back to Chile. All right? The move stunned immigration officials, allow suspect in the largest jewelry heist in U.S. history to self-deport, avoiding trial. Federal immigrant in Los Angeles. This is here in California, folks. Federal immigration authorities allowed a suspect in a 100 million jewelry heist believed to be the largest in U.S. history to deport himself to South America in December. A move that stunned and upset prosecutors who were planning to try the case and send him to prison. Okay? People keep asking me, where's Jimmy Hoffa? He's living right next door to you. Jason Nellen Priscilla Flores was one of 7 people charged last year with stalking an armored truck to a rural freeway rest stop north of Los Angeles and stealing millions worth of diamonds, emeralds, gold rubies, and designer watches. Folks, I remember when this happened, okay? Flores faced up to 15 years in federal prison if convicted on charges of conspiracy to commit theft from interstate and foreign shipment and theft from interstate and foreign shipment. He pleaded not guilty to the charges. U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement deported Flores in late December after he requested voluntary departure, prosecutors said in court filing. ICE, Christine Nolan, Stephen Miller, what's that other guy, the big bully that comes on all the time, all right, did not immediately respond to an email seeking comment. They had nothing to say. You know, folks, this is like Trump pardoned a guy that imported over 500 metric tons of coke into the country. Yeah. He pardoned him. There's a guy, $100 million. What is wrong with this administration? Okay? They're allowing this. I don't know. I don't know. The left is stupid. Okay, I mean, they come up with substitutes. They got a good chance of winning the midterm. Will they blow it? I don't know, folks. I give up on all this stuff because none of them are doing anything for me. Are they doing anything for you? Tell me what they're doing for you. Now, my account is going to be working on my taxes pretty soon. Okay, like most of you. Okay, I have to pay my taxes. Okay, so hopefully with some of the tax benefits, they're supposed to be good for me. Okay? But I don't know. Now, let's talk about Greenland. All right, Trump talked about the big accomplishment he made, so forth, so on. Okay, we all heard it, if maybe you didn't. Okay? Hi, Fawn, how you doing, my dear? Glad to see you. Abraham Dapper, good morning. Okay, you've heard me say this before, I'm going to say it again. The United States, according to the treaty in 1951, already had the authorization to go into Greenland, put military bases, and so forth. Okay? Now, let me read this to you. The United States has held the right to station military forces in Greenland since the 1951 Defense of Greenland Agreement, which was amended in 2004 and remains in effect. This pact grants the U.S. broad, in perpetuity rights to operate, construct, and maintain defense areas, such as, I can't even say this word, PITUFFIK space base. Anybody know what that is? Let me know. I don't know what that is. All right? Key details regarding the U.S. military presence in Greenland. The existing authority of 1951 agreement allows the U.S. to maintain bases, personnel, and equipment to ensure regional security. We already had it. So why does he have to threaten the country? Then why does he want to buy the country? Okay? I don't understand, folks. I'm not the brightest guy in the world, but I'm not the dumbest guy in the world either. Okay? Folks, I'm going to ask you again, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and that like. People don't like hitting the like button. Okay? Scope of access. The agreement grants U.S. Armed Forces to free access and movement between designated areas of Greenland. As of January 2026, discussions are underway to update this pact to expand U.S. control, potentially modeling new agreements on sovereign base areas to allow for, as reported, total access for a missile defense system. Okay. Now let's break that down because it's a little ambiguous to me, all right? Jacob, absolutely. Jacob left a great comment. They're doing this to keep our eyes off, to distract us. You don't hear anymore about the Epstein file. Look at how quick that gone away. There's only one person I know that's reporting on the Epstein file. She has been for years. That's Tara Palmineri. Tara, I apologize. I got your name wrong. Okay, Tara Palmineri. Folks, you got to watch her. She does an awesome job. She's the only one. She's talked to the victim. She knows them personally. Okay? But we don't hear about it no more from anybody else. The news dropped it. The news. It's not news. Folks, this is 2026. Thank you, Brock. You hear it from me often. And I got to tell it again because a lot of people don't understand it. While the U.S. has already had a long-term precedent, recent discussions in 2026 aim to remove existing restrictions on that precedent. Now, I don't know what the existing restrictions are. I'm going to have to do a deeper dive into that there, okay? But Trump said that there's a deal in place. We don't know what that deal is yet. Okay, I'm going to read you. Greenland's prime minister echoed Frederiksen, saying sovereignty was a red line. Significantly, Jens Frederick Nielsen said he did not know the details of the deal being discussed. What are the options? Citing anonymous officials, the New York Times said one idea entailed Denmark ceding sovereignty over small areas of Greenland where the U.S. would build military bases. This arrangement would be similar to the status of two such bases in Cyprus, which have been under UK sovereignty since Cyprus became independent in 1960. It is not clear how the model would apply if both Denmark and Greenland reject relinquishing sovereignty. Folks, that's a big, big deal. Okay? And Trump does not have that yet. And I don't think they will give it up. But you know what? I could be wrong again. All right? Let me ask you a question, folks, also. How did you find me? All right, did I pop up or did you have notifications on? Thank you, John Holmes. All right? John, I wasn't here for World War One. Okay, were you? It popped up. Thank you, Richard. All right, I appreciate that there. Okay. It is not clear that the model would apply if both Denmark and Greenland reject relinquishing. In arguing in favor of seizing Greenland, Trump has mentioned the threat of Chinese and Russian vessels around the island, even though Denmark say there is no threat today. On this point, NATO allies had tried to reassure the U.S. that they will boost security in the Arctic, and Mark Rutte says the framework deal will also require that this contribution. I had no doubt we can do this quite fast. Certainly, I would hope for 2026. Well, they're hoping to get this deal done. Well, I'm sure, okay, that we will know what happens. Spam call? Yeah, spam call. Let's see. Yeah? Yeah? Spammer?
Hello?
Yeah, what do you want? What do you want?
Hi, this is Kathy from CVS Pharmacy. Medical is sending out a free...
Yeah, good for you. Everybody, spam callers want to give you something free. Isn't that nice? What cons there are, all right? All right, thank you, Santana. All right? I appreciate that. So, folks, there you go. You know, a lot of people have been leaving me comments. Do I know Paulie? You mean Paulie in Nashville? Yeah, these spam calls. And I'm on that national registry, do not call. Oh my God, Urkozy. Paulie is like my son. I love that guy. He's the best. Folks, if you don't know my friend Paulie Kozanowski, all right, in Nashville, Tennessee. I visited him once, and you know what? I'm going to check reservations. I might be coming back to Nashville, okay? I loved it there. I got to tell you, the friendliest people in the world are there, and I had a great time, all right? Folks, if you haven't been to Nashville, Tennessee, you got to go there. It's a lot of fun. The people are absolutely, all right? You know, someday I'm going to do one with Paulie. Okay, that's a good idea. All right, folks, for you don't know who Paulie is. All right, Paulie is been doing it for 30 years, flipping houses. One of the biggest and most successful, and he trains people. Well, he's getting out of that now. He's been doing it for so long. Very successful person. But more importantly, he and his wife, Becky, all right, are the best people in the world you'll ever want to meet. You want to talk about loyalty, honor, and faith, all right, and respect. Look in the dictionary, you'll see Paulie's name there, okay? And I want to thank you there, Cozy. If I get down to Nashville, all right, make sure, all right, we get together, all right? I'd love to meet you, okay? Uh, my day's going pretty good, Giannis. San Diego's nice, yes. We got a lot of nice places in this country, okay? A lot of nice places. So, I wanted to share that with you folks today, all right? Folks, a couple of you have purchased my book. If you haven't, all right, The Accidental Gangster, from insurance salesman to Hollywood fixture, okay? Folks, you have no idea the thing that I negotiated, took care of in Hollywood in my days. And if you all saw my post, Hollywood is going backwards now, okay? It's going right back to New Jersey where it began when Thomas Edison invented the movie cameras, had the first studio ever right there, and then they all moved here to California, and now you tell me why. I want to know. Seeing where I started this subject here, all right? I want you folks to tell me, are you going to the movie theater anymore? I remember the day, right, that I would go every Sunday I would go to movie theater, and there was always a blockbuster movie, great movies. I mean, they were awesome. Now, today we got Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Paramount Plus. Everybody's streaming, okay? But you can't find a movie that's any good. I'm sitting here, I gotta watch old movies, okay? There you go. There's, all right, Jacob Carpenter. Yeah. Thank you, HCC. I'm not wrong. Okay? Hollywood got out of the creative process of making movies, and they had to put their 2 cents into politics. Okay? Thank you, Danielle. Yeah, they regurgitate the same one. Okay? I don't know, folks. Everything's changing in this world. Technology, AI. All right, David Ellison now owns Paramount Studio. Well, he made all his money in AI. Technology, then the AI. Just made $100 billion in AI. Okay? Have you made any money in AI? I haven't. Okay? And I doubt I will. What is he going to do now that he's got Paramount Studios? Is he going to get rid of producers, writers, directors? All right? And just make films with AI because you can. Okay? You're right there, okay? You're right there, Jacob. All right? Fix my teeth. Do you understand me, Cynthia? All right? What the heck is DEI movie? Artificial intelligence, I assume. Okay? Somebody tell Cynthia what DEI is. Okay? I don't know what it is. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. Yes, I look this good, folks. And I'm 81 years old. Okay? Look at folks, you know, I tell you my personal life. I'm going to tell you something. I met a beautiful lady, 68 years old, last Saturday. She lives in Thousand Oaks, and she's everything I'm looking for. Uh, she she'll be back. She's in Hawaii right now. We'll see where it goes, but I wanted to share that with you, okay? But she seems to be everything that I'm looking for. All right? Hey, Dave, look, don't worry about those people that disrespect. Most of them are bots. All right? Idea for spreading U.S. All right? I'm a cradle snatcher. Huh? The Bronx, that's funny. Hey, folks, we'll see what happens, okay? But she's beautiful, classy, sexy, elegant, everything I was looking for, okay? We'll see, all right? But at least we got together. That was beginning. We met at the Beverly Hills Hotel, at the same hotel that the great movie with Richard Gere and Julia Roberts. Remember that movie? Okay. And then the movies with Eddie Murphy were filmed there too. Okay. All right. And that's where, and actually we met in the afternoon. I didn't have a cocktail, neither. She drank cranberry juice, and I had a lemonade. And so didn't even have a cocktail. All right, because she had to drive back. It's a 40-minute drive. She drove to see me. So I got to give her a lot of credit for that. All right, she drove to meet me. So that must be, all right. Thank you for that compliment on my pocket square. All right. Folks, I just notice I come to you respectful, honorable, and loyal. You folks here are my family. You know, if I don't do a show, if I don't come here and tell you my thoughts and things, I feel guilty. Okay? Seriously do. All right? And folks, I'm getting close to having 15,000 subscribers. I'm short about close to 200. I need about 200 more. So please hit that subscribe button. Help me out here, okay? And leaving comments supposedly helps, and likes definitely help. I can't figure why people are on social media and they want somebody and they can't. You got a like, you got a thumbs up, and you got a thumbs down button. If you don't like what I say, hit that thumbs down builder. All right? All right, thank you, Bonds. Bonds for president. Got my vote, buddy. Brother Ken, thank you. Folks, tell me where you're from. All right, I'd like to know what states you're from or country. We get people from all over the world coming here. So let me know what country, what state, all right, that you're from. You know, a lot of you folks like Gangster story, and I'm going to be telling you, Indiana, I've been there several times, all right? Michigan, great. Beautiful girls. Me, I'm always girls. What's wrong with me? Okay? But folks, if you read my book, it's not your shoot 'em up type of gangster movie, okay? It's you're gonna find out that there's a lot of motivational in there, how to overcome fear, and how to succeed in business. But more importantly, you're going to think it's love stories after love story after love story. Uh, I love women. Oh boy, James, all right, U.S. Marine War veteran from Washington State. Thank you for your service, my brother. I appreciate that there. Freedom. Do I remember when there were no? Honestly, no. Okay, they've been around for a long time. All right? But you didn't hear about them. Okay? In other words, they stayed in the closet. No. In the old days, they stayed in the closet and you didn't know. Okay? So, but anybody who's a veteran here, let me know. Okay? And Wisconsin, 41 below and chill. Oh my God, 41. Folks, when it's 65 degrees here, I complained that it's too cold. I was born in Rome, New York, upstate New York. My daughter said they're going to have 26 inches of snow. All right, the chill factor is going to be like 40 below, just like in Wisconsin there. I remember those days. Folks, I didn't like them, I got to tell you. Okay? And the weather's really crazy this year. All right, it's Mother Nature. What are you going to do? Sometimes Mother Nature is kind to us, and sometimes she's mean to us. What could we say? Okay? All right? So, Brother Ken, thank you for sharing that there. 41 below. Folks, can you imagine 41 below? Huh? Yes, folks, if you want my book, okay, you go to my profile. You can purchase an autographed copy from my website, and it will also bring you directly to Amazon or Barnes and Noble. Okay, you purchase it there and have the book tomorrow. And it's available in Audible, Kindle, and softcover now. I have two original hardcovers left, but I gotta be honest with you, I got a high price on them. There's only two left. Okay? Maybe perhaps we might come out with another cover edition. My son handles my technology, everything. Okay? And he handles my thing, because I publish through Amazon, and I'm gonna check it out, folks, and maybe we'll get some more hardcover copies for people. People like hardcover copies. All right? I'm an avid reader, as many of you will know, and I got my favorite authors: Daniel De Silva, Michael Connolly, a couple others. Okay, I got a Daniel De Silva book on my nightstand right now that I'm reading. So, folks, I want to thank you all for coming here today. It is Friday. Okay, I hope you all have a beautiful weekend. I might be doing a show tomorrow, okay, about is college worth it for your children? And children, we got any youngsters here? I'm going to do a show, college versus trade schools, all right? And I'm going to be talking about homeschooling. So I'm sure a lot of you folks are going to be interested in my thoughts on that there. So hopefully I see you tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow. All right? So folks, have a blessed Friday. All right? Drive safely. Be safe. God bless you all. As usual, all my love and respect to all of you. Take care. Bye-bye.